Hello everybody. I keep a notes app, a page on my phone, and when I encounter a word that I'm unfamiliar with, I like to write that word and its definition in my little notes app. Help to expand my vocabulary. So today, we're going to read 50 words that I have put in this app. I don't always write every definition, but in some cases, if I did write 2 definitions, I will number them as we read to indicate to you, that they're different. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Inimical. I-N-I-M-I-C-A-L. Adjective. 1. Tending to obstruct or harm. Quote, actions inimical to our interests. 2. Unfriendly, hostile. Quote, an inimical alien power. Sententious. S-E-N-T-E-N-T-I-O-U-S. Adjective. Given to moralizing in a pompous or affected manner. Quote, he tried to encourage his men with sententious rhetoric. Ingenuous. I-N-G-E-N-U-O-U-S. Adjective. Of a person or action, innocent and unsuspecting. Quote, he eyed her with wide, ingenuous eyes. Perfidy. P-E-R-F-I-D-Y. Noun. Behavior that is faithless or disloyal. Quote, this, we are told, is the result of a breach of faith, of a gross betrayal, and of shameless perfidy. Prevaricate. P-R-E-V-A-R-I-C-A-T-E. Verb. To speak or act in an ambiguous or evasive way, to conceal the truth or avoid committing oneself. Quote, prevaricated endlessly in an attempt to mislead her questioners. Perspicuous. P-E-R-S-P-I-C-U-O-U-S. Adjective. Of an account or representation, clearly expressed and easily understood. Lucid. Quote, this theory provides a simpler and more perspicuous explanation than its rival. 2. Of a person able to give an account or express an idea clearly. Quote, his understanding of evolution was perspicuous and penetrating. Bromidic. Bromidic. Adjective. Lacking in originality. Trait. Quote, the bromidic banality of his speeches was enough to send audiences to sleep. Scobiform. Scobiform. Adjective. Resembling sawdust or raspings. Quote, he garnished the hot cocoa with a pinch of Scobiform chocolate from his finely grated pile. Amphibology. Amphibology. Noun. A sentence or phrase, such as, nothing is good enough for you, that can be interpreted in more than one way. Quote, I asked her what she thought of my book, but she replied with the Amphibology, it's unforgettable, leaving me nervous. Louche. Louche. Adjective. Disreputable or sordid in a rakish or appealing way. Quote, the louche world of the theater. Persiflage. Persiflage. Noun. Frivolous, bantering talk. Light raillery. Quote, their tongue-in-cheek persiflage is sometimes mistaken for an exchange of insults by people who don't know them. Insouciant. Insouciant. Adjective. Showing a casual lack of concern, indifferent. Quote, an insouciant shrug. Evince. Evince. Verb. 1. Reveal the presence of a quality or feeling. Quote, his letters evince the excitement he felt at undertaking this journey. 2. Be evidence of, indicate. Quote, man's inhumanity to man is evinced in the use of torture. Felicitous. Felicitous. Adjective. 1. Well chosen or suited to the circumstances. quote, a felicitous phrase. 2. Pleasing and fortunate. Quote, the view was the room's only felicitous feature. Snit. S-N-I-T. Noun. A fit of irritation, a sulk. Quote, the ambassador and delegation had withdrawn in a snit. Mephitic. M-E-P-H-I-T-I-C. Adjective, especially of a gas or vapor, foul-smelling, noxious. Quote, the cloud of mephitic vapors lingered above our heads. Fidus Achates. F-I-D-U-S space capital A C H A T E S. Noun, a faithful friend or devoted follower. Quote, accompanied by 3 guides and his Fidus Achates, Bruce set out. Calenture. C-A-L-E-N-T-U-R-E. Noun, feverish delirium, supposedly caused by the heat in the tropics. Quote, while sailing to Cuba, one of the crew was afflicted with calenture and leapt from the ship in a fit of delirium. Abstemious. A B S T E M I O U S. Adjective, not self-indulgent, especially when eating and drinking. Quote, we only had 1 bottle. Very abstemious of you. Vituperation. V-I-T-U-P-E-R-A-T-I-O-N. Noun, bitter and abusive language. Quote, no one else attracted such cruel vituperation. Bowdlerize. B-O-W-D-L-E-R-I-Z-E. Verb, to expurgate something such as a book by omitting or modifying parts considered vulgar. Quote, the publisher Bowdlerized my book by removing the sex scenes. 2. To modify by abridging, simplifying, or distorting in style or content. The translation was a slap in the face to fans of the original, a Bowdlerization too severe to to be overlooked. Expurgate. E-X-P-U-R-G-A-T-E. Verb. To cleanse of something morally harmful, offensive, or erroneous, especially to expunge objectionable parts before publication or presentation. Quote, an expurgated edition of the diary was published, removing references to his salacious relationships. Torus. T-O-R-U-S. Noun. A donut-shaped surface generated by a circle rotated about an axis in its plane that does not intersect the circle. Quote, the spaceship was shaped like a torus, and many starships would zip through its center hole. Ebullient. E-B-U-L-L-I-E-N-T. Adjective. Cheerful and full of energy. Quote, she sounded ebullient and happy. Emollient. E-M-O-L-L-I-E-N-T. Adjective. Having the quality of softening or soothing the skin. Quote, an emollient cream. Bogosity. B-O-G-O-S-I-T-Y. Noun. The quality of being bogus. Quote, the sheer bogosity of the scam stunned me. Incorrigible. I-N-C-O-R-R-I-G-I-B-L-E. Adjective. Of a person or their tendencies, not able to be corrected, improved, or reformed. He's an incorrigible liar. Obstreperous. O-B-S-T-R-E-P-E-R-O-U-S. Adjective. Noisy and difficult to control. Quote, the boy is cocky and obstreperous. Recalcitrant. R-E-C-A-L-C-I-T-R-A-N-T. Adjective. Having an obstinately uncooperative attitude toward authority or discipline, quote, a class of recalcitrant 15-year-olds. Prolix, Prolix, adjective, of speech or writing using or containing too many words, tediously lengthy. Quote, grading the Prolix students over long essays always exhausted him. Solicitous, Solicitous, adjective, characterized by or showing interest or concern. Quote, she was always solicitous about the welfare of her students. Inveigle, Inveigle, verb, persuade someone to do something by means of deception or flattery. Quote, he inveigled his boss into giving him a promotion. Jocose, Jocose, adjective, playful or humorous. Quote, a jocose allusion. 2. Given to joking. Quote, the children all loved their jocose uncle. Affiance, A-F-F-I-A-N-C-E. 1. Verb, be engaged to marry. Quote, Jody was affianced to my brother Stephen. 2. Archaic noun, trust, confidence. I brought my trusted friend into my affiance. Recondite, R-E-C-O-N-D-I-T-E. Adjective, difficult or impossible for one of ordinary understanding or knowledge to comprehend. Quote, a recondite topic, unsuitable for first years. 2. Of, relating to, or dealing with something little known or obscure. Quote, she was always full of recondite facts about all manner of strange things. Nacelle, N-A-C-E-L-L-E, noun, a streamlined enclosure as for an engine on an aircraft. Quote, the sleek nacelles on the jet were particularly beautiful. Cynosure, C-Y-N-O quote, the North Star can also be called Polaris or Cynosure. 2. One that serves to direct or guide. Quote, I was utterly lost in the city, but my streetwise friend was my unfailing cynosure. 3. A center of attraction or attention. Quote, his portfolio's remarkable performance made him a cynosure among the investing class. Hidebound. Hidebound. Adjective. Having or reflecting an inflexible or ultra-conservative character. Quote, my hidebound mother would not tolerate the slightest deviation from traditional etiquette. Abeyance. Abeyance. Noun. A state of temporary inactivity, suspension, used chiefly in the phrase in abeyance. Quote, all purchases have been held in abeyance until the fraud investigation has been completed. 2. A lapse in succession during which there is no person in whom a title is vested. Quote, we wondered how long the dukedom would be in abeyance before the title would be claimed. Hamartia. Hamartia. Noun. A tragic flaw. Quote, his hamartia was his vain, insufferable pride, and he was later destroyed because of it. Irenic. Irenic. Adjective. Favoring, conducive to, or operating toward peace, moderation, or conciliation. Quote, in the midst of a country clamoring for war, my father was one of the few Irenic politicians still advocating for peace. Clinquant. Clinquant. Adjective. Glittering with gold or tinsel. Quote, few things bring me more comfort than the sight of a clinquant pine tree in my home at Christmas time. Oleaginous. Oleaginous. Adjective. Resembling or having the properties of oil, oily. Quote, the counter was covered in a film of some oleaginous substance. 2. Marked by an offensively ingratiating manner or quality. Quote, I couldn't stand the way my oleaginous brother sucked up to our parents. Cacography. C-A-C-O-G-R-A-P-H-Y. Noun. Incorrect spelling or bad handwriting. Quote, their novel's first draft was such a shocking display of cacography that I could hardly decipher it. Paroxysm. P-A-R-O-X-Y-S-M. Noun. A fit, attack, or sudden increase or recurrence of symptoms as of a disease. Convulsion. Quote, we thought he was in the clear, but a violent paroxysm sent him back to the hospital. 2. A sudden, violent emotion or action. Quote, whether laughter, sobs, or rage, I knew from her contorted expression that some paroxysm was about to burst forth. Sui Generis. S-U-I space G-E-N-E-R-I-S. Adjective. Constituting a class alone. Unique. Peculiar. Quote, the guitarist was Sui Generis. I'd never heard anybody that played like him. Velleity. V-E-L-L-E-I-T-Y. Noun. A wish or inclination that is so insignificant that a person feels little or no compulsion to act on it. Quote, while snuggled under a blanket by the fire, a flittering velleity told me I might enjoy a bag of chips, but such a wish wasn't worth leaving my warm cocoon. Selcouth. S-E-L-C-O-U-T-H. Adjective. Unusual. Strange. Quote, he saw such Selcouth sights that night that he could only explain it by supernatural means. Lacuna. L-A-C-U-N-A. Noun. A blank space or a missing part. Quote, when studying history, one must become accustomed to a lacuna or two in the records. 2. A small cavity, pit, or discontinuity in an anatomical structure. Quote, a small lacuna in the bone was unusual, but not alarming. Xeric. X-E-R-I-C. Adjective. Characterized by, relating to, or requiring only a small amount of moisture. Quote, the desert is full of all sorts of xeric plants and animals. Year. Y-A-R-E. Adjective. Set for action. Ready. Quote, the sprinters were lined up in the air, just waiting for the starting shot. 2. Characterized by speed and agility. Quote, a handyman as ere as he is a valuable find. Alright, and that is that. I thought it might be fun for you to learn a word or two before you fall asleep. So, until next time, my friends, please take care of yourselves, and I will do the same. Goodbye. Goodbye.